Hello, welcome to WeLearn. In this tutorial, we are going to learn the basics of HTML. With HTML, you can create your own website. Yes, you heard me. You can create your own website. So if you have ever wanted to create your own website, this is the right place for you. Yes, this is the right place for you. With this tutorial, you are going to learn how to create your first website. Yes, and at the end of this tutorial, you will be able to create a website using HTML. Yes, there is a project at the end of this tutorial. You are going to enjoy it because HTML is easy for you to learn. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe and give us a thumb up by liking our video. Let's jump into today's tutorial without wasting much time. HTML. What is HTML? Yes, what is HTML? HTML is a standardized system for tagging text files to achieve font, color, graphic, and hyperlink effects on World Wide Web pages. It describes the structure of a web pages using a markup. HTML describes the content in a web browser. It tells the browser that this content should be displayed in the browser. Not everything that you write in the HTML document would be displayed in the web browser. The browser do away with HTML elements, which we'll cover in the later chapter. HTML. What does HTML stand for? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext Markup Language. That's the full meaning of HTML. Hypertext Markup Language. Let's clear something right now. HTML is a markup language, not a programming language. It is a markup language, not a programming language. So don't confuse yourself with a markup language and a programming language. HTML is just a markup language, not a programming language. As said earlier, HTML describes the structure of a web browser with HTML elements. Browsers know how to put each content. That's with the help of the HTML elements. The browser knows how to put each content that is being placed in the element. Yes. So HTML, what are the versions? Do we have HTML versions? How many versions are out there? Yes, we have 5 versions. HTML was invented in 1991. That was when HTML1 was invented, 1991, and it was released in 1993. That was when the first HTML was released. It was invented in 1991 but released in 1993. Then the second version of HTML was published in 1995. Third version of HTML was invented in 1997. Then HTML4, 1999. The current version of HTML that we are using now is HTML5. That was released in 2014. That's the current version of HTML that we are using. The current version, HTML5. What is the use of HTML? What can HTML be used for? Okay, HTML is mainly used for creating web pages. Yes, it's mainly used for creating web pages. The browser uses HTML documents that you write and displays them on the World Wide Web. So the browser takes your HTML documents and displays it on the World Wide Web. That's the main use of HTML. So with HTML, you can describe web pages. You can write many websites. So web browser takes your documents and renders them. Yes, it renders them, excluding HTML elements. The element just tells the browser, okay, if this is h1, meaning browser, this h1, the content in this h1 is a heading. H1 is a heading, so the content should be bolding in terms of the size the number that you attach to the number. Say h1, meaning should be, that's the biggest, h being the smallest. Yes, so with HTML you can create your own website. So that's the end of chapter 1. What is HTML? What does HTML stand for? HTML version. What is HTML used for? That's we've covered in this chapter, introductory part of it. Next chapter we will just take a look at HTML structure, how HTML is being structured and how it is being displayed in the web browser.